Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Peyton Anderson back with Next Level Athletes. Today, I'm happy to be joined by Jay Stanley. The former Rebel saw himself finish this past season near the top of a few major statistical categories across college football, such as three forced fumbles, which was tied for seventh best, as well as racking up five interceptions, which was tied for 11th best. Jay, first of all, thanks for taking the time today to come on the podcast.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
Of course. And let's start with your recruitment out of high school. You saw yourself originally commit to Ole Miss. Talk us through that experience. What stood out to you most in order to be able to make the decision to commit to that program to begin with?
First you started off, I think I got the offer around 2018. Right when I moved to Brandon. I'm originally from Greenwood, so right when I moved to Brandon, I think my recruiting stuff started picking up. So
Hmm.
I think Coach Matt Luke and staff were there then. So I felt like very comfortable with him as a head coach and very comfortable with Mike McIntyre as defense coordinator. So I committed.
Hmm. And additionally, what would you say you learned most from the recruitment experience as a whole?
What I learned most. I think I learned most how to be more vocal. Like talk like when I meet a coach talk about more schemes and stuff. Like instead of just having like a regular conversation, I should talk about football and stuff. So I learned it.
Hmm. And I'm looking back at your high school career with both Greenwood and Brandon. You were a highly talented and productive athlete. Notable achievements include being selected to 6A All State First Team, leading Brandon High School to 6A South State title game, and a bunch more. Reflecting on high school as a whole, what would you say was your all-time favorite memory or memories, but also something you'd say you miss most about living the high school life in general?
Uh, I'd say my best memory was pretty much every Friday night, like going out there, like with my real friends, like guys that I grew up with, and just playing football. Just old kids game, like the same stuff in Little League. So I just think about it like that. That's the thing I miss most, just playing with my like hometown friends.
Mm-hmm. And when looking more closely into your 2-year career at Ole Miss from 2019 to 2020, you saw yourself appear in 9 games with two starts at strong safety as a freshman, while appearing in 7 games your sophomore season with one start at the star position. Going back to your first collegiate start, how would you say you've changed the most since then?
I feel like I'm a way better player than my freshman year. My freshman year I came in, I was a thumper, like a hard hitter. But I feel like I elevated my game to like a complete player. So I feel like I'm a better player than what my freshman year.
Hmm. And additionally, reflect on your overall experience being an Ole Miss Rebel. What was your overall experience and major takeaway your sophomore season, being able to play in the Outback Bowl against Indiana, but also what playing in the SEC conference taught you most going forward uh, to where you are now?
In the SEC, it's a lot of like in some conferences, like you gonna have guys like some good guys on some teams, but in the SEC, like everybody out there, like pretty much elite. So they really like it boosts me up, like make me play better when I know like everybody around me like is an elite player. What I take most from Ole Miss, it was a hard year there in 2020. Didn't play that much.
Hmm.
Like I learned a lot about myself actually. I learned that I could really prevail through anything because like that was my first time like not like playing football like for a whole year, not getting in the game. So that was pretty hard
Hmm.
for me.
And looking into your time in the transfer portal, you ultimately ended up coming to Southern Miss shortly after leaving Ole Miss. What stood out to you most about Southern Miss and the program?
The program is known for defense. So that was a pretty much no brainer for me. It's also close to home, like close to where my mom lives, so she can come to every home game. And they just put guys in the league, like hard nosed guys who like really love playing football. They just put them in the league.
Course. And additionally on top of this, well, would you say your mindset going into the portal differed at all compared to when you were being recruited out of high school, or did it stay relatively the same?
I think it changed. Like I said, I learned to talk about schemes and stuff, so I wanted to see what scheme like fit me actually as a player because I learned like what type of player I was.
Hmm. And looking into last season specifically with Southern Miss, how do you best summarize how the season played out?
I think it played out pretty good. I feel like we should have won some games that we lost. But in overall, I feel like we did good for like out the season we had before that, coming out 3-9. So I feel like
Mhm.
we did good to redeem ourselves, go to a bowl game.
Of course. And additionally, talk about what you were most proud of from yourself last season, but also anything you might have wanted to perform better in that you feel you didn't achieve last season.
I'm most excited about some of the turnovers I had. Like that's a big thing in football. Turning the ball over, getting takeaways. Like it
Mhm.
really changed momentum in all games. Don't matter how many points you down or up. Like getting a turnover can change like the whole shift of the game. And I think the thing I like most need to prove on last shot, honestly, I dropped about 2 picks. I felt like I should have had. I probably could have led the nation and probably could have won more
Mhm.
games. So I probably would have caught them picks in them games or something like that.
So for this current off season, what would you say has been your main focus and attention in your training to be able to take your game to the next level?
I've been training pretty much every little detail, every little detail of my technique. Trying to get stronger, trying to get faster. Like we have guys that just did their pro day recently, and I've been talking to
Mm.
them guys, like trying to learn little stuff, like they can get me to the next level because they've been talking to coaches, they've been talking to scouts, like they know what it
Mhm.
is.
So would you say you're fine tuning all the little things to bring
Yeah.
it all together? Of course. And when talking about recruitment, the NIL world and the deals and everything else in between, for any person wanting to pursue a collegiate career, I'm sure you can attest to this. It can be a lot to handle at times. So, taking your own experience into account, what advice would you have to share with anyone wanting to play a collegiate sport, as well as anything they should be aware of and look out for in particular when deciding where they want to play at?
I think you should look at like you should really follow your heart. Like them years in college, like they're gonna be precious. You're gonna run through a whole lot of people, like you're not gonna see it again. So I feel like building a relationship, like a real relationship with people in college, like I feel like that's the best thing to do. I say look out for. I say I don't know this, but like I don't think I ever had a coach lie to me. But they say coaches be lying to people and stuff about like
Yeah,
with spot on depth chart and stuff like that. That stuff really don't matter. Like you come in, you just be a hard worker, bro. Like you just like set your foundation, like just putting days on top of days, just being a hard worker. Like they can't do nothing but respect you.
of course. And when transitioning over to life off the field, what does the typical day look like for you during the season and the off season?
On the season, I really like chilling, like playing with my dog, play the game, like be a regular person.
Hmm.
Like after football, cause we spend so much time at the facility. Like I just want to unwind down and just probably like chill and watch a game or something.
Hmm. And is it kind of the same in the off season, or is it a little bit more relaxed?
Yeah, and out season, I'd say it's like a little bit more work. You'll probably live with your team, probably do something later on by yourself, like some field work or something. So it's probably like as you put it. But during the season though, it's like pretty much just studying schemes and stuff like that during the free time.
Yeah, a lot of film, I'm sure. And
Yeah.
let's talk about your major. What is it about? But also why you chose it and what possibilities it might have in store for you in your future.
I'm a liberal arts major. I actually graduated December. It's a pretty much broad major, but like you can put me in a whole lot of things. I can go into sales. That's one thing I've been looking into. I like selling things and like pitching things to people because I know I'm an influencer and I know people
Hmm.
watching like they'll buy something if I put it out there or something like that. So I just feel like that degree will help me with like all that and like putting all that together and like to one person.
Yeah, now congratulations, by the way, on graduation as
Appreciate it.
well.
Thank you.
Of course. And taking a deeper dive into Southern Miss as a whole, including the football program, what would you say the program prides themselves most on when it comes to their student athletes?
Um, all the sports or just football?
Just in general, you'd say football specifically, or just in general as
In
well.
football, I feel like we're known as a nasty bunch. Like I said, we're known for defense and stuff. But here they treat the players pretty good. Like you have a one-on-one relationship with your head coach. He ain't like one of them coaches that you're gonna see from here and there. Like he don't talk to you or nothing, but Coach Hall gonna talk to you every time he see you. Just like all the coaches, like it's a pretty family oriented. Everybody pretty tight. That's what make us so good on the field. everybody tight, everybody know everybody backstory, everybody like learn from each other, all that type of stuff.
Hmm. And additionally, how would you best summarize what it means to be a Golden Eagle and be able to put on that uniform?
To put on that uniform, it's a blessing. Like I wear it with so much pride. It's some people from my hometown actually that play here, and like their names, like sometimes I see their name, like they broke some records and stuff, and like that
Hmm.
just motivate me to like play hard because I know like people that play for Southern Miss, like they know how hard it is. Like people overlooking you, and people just feel like you're not enough. So you just go out there and play hard, just prove yourself every Saturday, like every chance you get to prove yourself.
Hmm. And I'm looking in the NIL world and opportunities. What have you been involved with or a part of so far in your career, if anything?
I want to give a shout out to two of the top collectors actually. That's my NIL agency, like the little grouping. And I also want to give a shout out to Sanderson Farm. That's some people I'm working with too. So Sanderson Farm.
Hmm. And regardless, is there any brand or company you're interested in being a part of going forward?
Going forward later in my career, I like Jordan. So if a Jordan offer is to come,
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to
Oh,
take
yeah.
it.
Somebody watching. Yeah. Hopefully, look out for that DM. But last question about NIL. Uh, your own perspective on it. What do you think it has to offer? A major benefit, but also a potential negative impact it can have on college football in its entirety, if anything.
um, Honestly, I feel like probably some niggas are well, this with anything, but if somebody like get too much money too quick, they don't like they haven't learned what to do with all of it yet. And like college, like them 4 years of college can really help you into like to molding yourself into a pro. Like just
Hmm.
learning how to save your money, how to spend your money. But on the positive side, I feel like it give players like say for instance a guy who is pretty good in college and like he get all his NIL during college, but he get to the league, he can't produce, he get put out the league.
Hmm.
I feel like it's good to have some money like that you got from college. Like some all players are not like they can't like upgrade to the next level and like transfer to the next level. So I feel like for guys like that, that's a good idea,
Hmm.
good plan.
Course. And looking back into life off the field, how do you describe yourself not only as an athlete on the field, an individual off the field, but also what you pride yourself most on uh, as a complete individual and how you live your daily life?
I pride myself most on family. I love my family. Like I like being around my family. I'm not like a big guy that got like a lot of friends. I don't be around a lot of people like that. So I think I'm just a family orientated person, and I'm also a hard worker. I feel like just my hard work and my ethic brings like an extra boost to anything I do. So I feel
Hmm.
like I'm a hard worker.
Of course. And what is one specific accomplishment or general accomplishments you're most proud of yourself for off the field, whether that be academically, socially, or something different?
Honestly, it just like when I talk to my mom, like, and she just tell me she proud of me and stuff, like, they really like boost me up. And like, I feel like those are my biggest accomplishments. Just knowing she proud of me, like, even though I'm not done, like, doing what I'm blessed to do, like, it's just good to know that she already proud of me.
Hmm. And I'm seeing that the team went 7-6 last season with a conference record of 4-4. That included an appearance and win in the Lending Tree Bowl against Rice. What would you say was the biggest takeaway from last season? But also reflecting on the bowl game experience and comparing it to the Outback Bowl back with Ole Miss.
The biggest takeaway I take from it is, like, we know what team we can be. Like, a lot of games last year, like I said, we felt like we could have won them. So I feel like this year we're gonna like put the extra work in, do the extra little things like getting the tackle in the third quarter. It might say the game in the fourth quarter, something like that.
Hmm.
And then I wanted to compare the two. I feel like the Lynn Tree was better for me because I actually played the Lynn Tree in Outback Bowl. I had a special team reps, but the atmosphere was pretty good in both actually.
Hmm. And in regards to expectations, not only for yourself as well as the others and program as a whole, what can fans and supporters expect, and what do you have in store for the people going forward?
They can expect us to go out and play hard every week. get our name on the map, try to be ranked this year. We trying to be the best group of five in America. We pride ourselves
Hmm.
on that. We work on that, and I feel like, can you repeat the last question again?
Just what you have in store for
Oh,
the people.
this year, I've been writing down goals, and one of my goals was to break the interception record. I think it's 10 or 11. I feel like I can break that record.
Of course. And when looking at the next level, like the NFL, if you were asked by a scout or a coach what you're capable of, putting it onto a roster, why they should look into you specifically, how would you respond? What kind of athlete and individual are coaches and others getting out of you?
I just feel like I'm a real deal football player. Like a lot of guys are not football players; they play football. I feel like I'm actually a football player. I feel like I can go on special team, dominate the game. I feel like I can come in on defense, just dominate the game from all different spots. So it really don't matter. I just feel like I can dominate the game, just showing a complete football player.
Hmm. They get 100% out of you, 150% out
100%.
of you, no matter what. Yeah, of course. And when thinking of the people that mean the most to you in your life growing up, who would this or these people be for you specifically? But if they were to be listening, what would you have to share with them?
Actually, that person is my dad. He passed away last year in
Oh,
February. Yeah, February last year. So I just want to say, you grow up all the time like trying to impress your dad. I feel like before he died, he did see like the last season, and I feel like he was proud of me. So that's something I want to say. Like I want to be happy that he's proud of me.
yeah, my condolences. I'm sure he's proud of you. Um, there's a lot of upside to you. And additionally, what would you say has been the most meaningful piece of advice that you've gotten so far in your life?
Um, Actually, I know it's kind of cliche, but my mom gave me the best advice. I feel like I should have listened a lot younger. Maybe I wouldn't have made so many mistakes early in my life. But I feel like my mom always give me advice. It's just hard to pick like one little certain thing
Yeah,
because she gave me so
but
much
yeah,
advice about everything.
of course. And when it comes to off the field, what is something you want to be able to advocate and use your platform to advocate for?
I just honestly, I want to go back to my hometown, like just start over, build some things, like because I'm coming from a town with poverty. It's in the Mississippi Delta, one of the poorest parts in the poorest state. So I feel like me making it and investing some money, well, not investing, well, putting some money back into my city and like producing, showing people it's a way to make it out. Just do the right thing and just like keep yourself grounded. And I feel like I just want to like take care of my city.
Of course. And when your collegiate career eventually comes to an end, how do you want to be remembered most for during your time, not only with Ole Miss, but also Southern Miss?
I want to be remembered as one of the best safeties to come through Southern Miss. I wanna just have like my peers and all my people like when they speak on me, I just want to have like speak positive, like say he's a real football player and he just like a real football player. I know I keep saying
Yeah.
it, but like
Yeah, but yeah.
I just want yeah.
Yeah, of course. But last question, what do you think you'll miss most about being in college and having the opportunity to play football at the collegiate level when things are all said and done?
Um Honestly, I tell people say this, but like you're gonna miss your teammates. Like you really gonna miss like the locker room feel, like how everybody just vibing, like everybody just like little kids again, like in the locker room, like people like act like little kids again, just have fun. Like you're gonna miss
Yeah.
that part of it.
Of course. Once again, Jay Stanley, Southern Mississippi safety. Jay, thanks for taking the time today and
No problem.
really
Thank you
rooting
for
for
having.
you in your future.
Thank you. Thank you for having.
Of course.